Welcome to Keeping It Not Tied podcast. This is episode number 19. I am Lamont.
I'm Shay. What's up?
What's up, world? Hopefully everybody is doing good today. Out there in the world, everybody's still staying corona-free.
Healthy and corona-free. Washing your hands.
All that good stuff.
Disinfecting, wiping stuff down, using your Clorox. Pine-Sol, all that good stuff. Hand sanitizer.
So how are you doing, baby? How's your week been?
I had a good week, actually.
Oh, you had a good week?
I know you're going to say something.
That was a surprise to hear.
Yep, we had some good stuff happening this week. Our anniversary. We celebrated 12 years.
Yes, we did.
Married.
Hey.
In quarantine, but it was cool. We had a good time.
A good one.
And Mother's Day, so May always hits you in the head with.
May is a big, busy month.
With everything, so it was good. Had a great, good week.
That's good. Good to hear. Good to hear.
How was your week?
It was all right.
Oh, okay.
You know, I was frustrated on Sunday. I broke the faucet on Sunday in the kitchen. So
about to make me Mother's Day dinner.
Right. I tried to get an early start, actually. I was down in the kitchen probably 3 o'clock because you wanted me to make you some coconut shrimp.
Yes.
And so making coconut shrimp is always a process because you got to take the shells off the fish. And it's just a process
off the shrimp.
What I say?
Fish.
The fish. Yeah.
Thinking
about fish. But it's a whole process, so I try to get started early. I noticed that the faucet was loose for some reason. We have like one of the little pull-out sprayers, and so I'm just twisting it, thinking I'm tightening it back up. I ended up loosening it, and whatever, there's a little nut that kind of is supposed to be in place to keep it there, but the little nut was loose, and the whole thing went all the way back to the bottom of the sink. Because at the bottom of the sink, it's a weight in it that kind of pulls the sprayer down. And
that's not good.
Not good at all. But the simple fact with it being Mother's Day, because I'm the type of person, okay, I want to fix something, but because I'm not quote unquote an expert, sometimes I fix things my own way. I didn't want to mess it up.
Nigga rig it up real quick.
I didn't want to mess it up to the point where we couldn't have dinner at all.
Yeah.
So I had to kind of be careful with my moves and what I do, because if I make the wrong move,
you always will
we wouldn't have no water at all.
I always try to fix something. And you need water in the kitchen. Gosh,
so that was it was like 3:30, I believe.
Oh, he was blowed. And then you went to Lowe's.
I went to Lowe's to try to find.
And you went somewhere else. You go to Home Depot too?
I went to Lowe's.
No, I thought you went to another
store.
No,
yesterday, because it didn't get fixed on Sunday. I went to Lowe's and I went to Ace Hardware to try to find a part. But I ended up having calling a plumber because they didn't make the part that I needed. You know, with these faucets, they make so many of them now, there's no universal connections. So you have to contact the actual manufacturer to get the piece. And just to my luck, the manufacturer, they stopped making the actual piece. So I had to get a new faucet. And the reason I couldn't get the faucet off is because they had silicone.
It was cement or something you said, right?
Silicone down to the actual countertop. You know, even my plumber who came, he was frustrated. He had to get his sawer to saw it off.
A whole situation.
So, yeah, but we got through it.
Yeah, you were so blown.
This too shall pass, and it did.
It did. Now we have a new faucet.
Works
good, so.
Right. Out with the old, in with the new.
Yes.
All right, baby. So we'll jump into our topics today.
Sure.
They say you want to go quick. Because, again, May is a busy month.
We have a lot going on.
Titus' birthday is in like 3 days.
And I have a whole issue because I can't have him a party. He asked me, Mommy, I'm not going to have my party. And he's missing his graduation from elementary school. So I'm trying to, me being the mom I am, I'm trying to just put it all together. So I've seen a lot of like the parades and quarantine. So he doesn't know though. It's a surprise. We're throwing him a parade for graduation and his birthday with his friends and stuff. So have a parade, and I'm making a freaking balloon garland situation. I done got the stuff off of Amazon. I done looked on YouTube.
Got 100 balloons asking me, can I blow up some balloons? I'm blowing up 100 balloons.
Well, we have a little pump thing. I need some assistance. But I'm trying to figure I got to go high and do all that. So that's going to be a hoe. So that's how the rest of my afternoon will probably go.
You have to do it in the basement. That's the only way he wants to see it.
I don't want to be down here.
But he can come looking for you.
He going to be checking for me. That's the only thing.
But there's no way you can do it.
I'm going to have to try to do it on the sly. And
unless
then I had to hide the
go
stuff.
to bed like 10 o'clock, 10:30. Then you do it when they sleep.
Go to bed or something. Yeah. So I just have to try to work on it. So, but I know it's going to be probably like take me about 2 days to blow up the balloons and kind of put everything together. But I'm going to get it done. Yeah. And then he want a special dinner and a funfetti cake, so I could do that. So
he want funfetti cake?
Yeah, he want fun. I said, what kind of cake you want? He was like, well, I'll do funfetti.
He's picking my favorites.
Yeah, but he wants a funfetti cake, so I'm gonna do all that for him to try to make it special. So cool. We shall see.
We shall see.
But yeah, so we have a lot going on. So I do. Okay, so I saw this post. You probably seen it, so I had wanted to ask you about it. So I saw something about Lil Boosie. Did you see that?
Oh gosh, his son.
Yes, Boosie Badazz over here. He arranged for his son, I think his son and his nephew, for this grown woman to give them oral sex. What do you think about that?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's insane, ain't it?
Yeah, I can understand
and
like
to
you
actually
being a
tell
man,
everybody
wanting to prepare your son, but that's not the right way to do it. Especially, I mean, the woman, like, who would even do that?
That's what I'm saying. Who?
As a woman,
in
a
your
grown
right
woman.
mind. You think he paid her some? He better pay her some money for that.
Man, you know these people, these groupies out here, they'll do anything. Mm-hmm. You know, just to be
and
around.
This little Boosie, so they're like, oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll do it. No person in there.
Ducky.
No person in their right mind gonna do it.
She had to be an entire ducky, whoever it was.
She had to
do that.
Took it as a joke or whatever. Mm-hmm. I mean, sometimes people just don't see the seriousness of some stuff. You know what I mean? I think I heard something about like Lil Bow Wow when he was little, and maybe JD might have did. I don't want to put nothing negative out there, but I guess JD maybe introduced him to the strip clubs and stuff. So he was always around them older women, and maybe like an older woman kind of did the same thing to him. But that's totally crazy. I mean, you gotta, especially being that young. I mean, 12.
That's like Abel.
13.
Like, you think like that's Abel's age. That's our oldest son, Abel. He's 12.
Like, what are you getting out of that? What are you trying to teach your son by putting him in a situation really that can mess a person up?
Right.
Because really, it's going to teach you
to like child molestation.
It is child molestation.
Yeah. To be for that young.
Because being an older woman. But it's going to teach you not to value women. You know, it's going to teach you that all women are maybe useless, or you can tell women what to do, and it's degrading to some degree. You feel me? So it's not teaching the kids the right thing.
To be a man, it's not teaching that ain't it right there, homeboy. That ain't it. He got the wrong page out the parent handbook with that.
Yeah, that's crazy. And for him to even say it.
Yeah, like he said it.
Like he boasting about it.
I said, oh, wait a minute. I need to
Nah, I'm trying to keep my kids from that most as possible. You know?
Right, and he out here like flaunting it. But you can tell the mindset of some people is just totally, I guess parenting just is totally different. Totally different mindset, totally different upbringing. Like, if you think that's okay, then it's something like super crazy. And then I think he was the one that said something about Dwayne Wade's son or something like that. And it's like, you can't talk about nobody, homeboy. You out here being reckless with that.
I more agree with what he said about Wade's son.
Then who go out here to do all that?
But you got your own mess going on.
Yeah.
Worried about somebody else's kid. But that's super crazy. I would rather just have an open dialogue with my child, and I would hope that if he did do something with a girl, that he would be free enough to tell me. I would rather try to keep that relationship open versus introducing him to something that
to a grown woman
he ain't ready for at the end of the day. That's crazy.
Cause that's a whole lot.
That's funny. It made me think about just talking about, I guess, parenting and being a man having kids. But like last week, I seen something with the dude, what's the singer, Queen Naija. Her boyfriend had said something about his son, like his private part was big. He like, I'm proud of my son. And everybody else was like jumping on him for saying that, like you're.
But I didn't. I saw that, but I didn't really. Like I didn't, that's like kind of. I guess I was scrolling, so I really didn't like really look into it.
But it was. I mean, people's comments is crazy. But they're trying to say like he's looking at his son in a way like he was a sexual predator or something. It was crazy.
Folk be going left all the time, don't they?
But I think
then why would he say that? Or he proud of his son got a big wiener out here.
Yeah, it's almost like a joke.
Like he boasting, but he
as a man, you be happy your son got a big joint versus having a little one. You're like, yeah, that's my boy. Yeah, he packing. Yeah, runs in the family. You know what I mean? It's almost like a boast, but people just take things. You can't say nothing online because people gonna take something and run with it.
And you can't take certain pictures either. Because I was it was a while ago though. I was talking to my mom about something, but it was like a picture, either like the kids in a tub or something like that. I think it was a picture like Chunks. He was like, if we had made him bubbles, I don't know if you remember, like when he was like 2 or 3, and he was in a ton of bubbles in the tub, and it was like up to here. I was in it with him, but he was like up to here in the tub. But then you think about, you don't want to put stuff out there because people always think about stuff like sideways.
Right.
Like, why would you take a picture of your kid in the tub, or why would you see? And then you see some like pictures of like kids being in the bathtub with their toys or something like that. But then you have to be careful of what you put out there for other people to see, because people think, people's minds are just, they will develop something different than what you're actually trying to just show, show.
Right.
So you just have to be mindful too what you put out there with your kids. And I told mom, I would never like put like, she's asking that. I was like, I would never send that to nobody. Not that his privates were showing, but just because he had his shirt was off.
Up.
Yeah, it was
That's
covered.
fine.
But it's just like, I don't know. I just feel like sometimes people are, I don't know, they overthink a lot of times with some stuff.
The thing is, people always look for the negative.
And then right.
Like, it could be just something just so innocent.
You're trying to do something innocent, but then people make something big.
Just to say something. But, I don't like necessarily, because sometimes I see, like, mostly, like, women, they'll post, if they got, like, a little girl. The girl could be 2 years old or something, and, like, their top will be off.
Oh, yeah.
Because of course, you ain't got nothing at that age, but it just kind of seems odd to me.
That you would post,
yeah. You post a picture of a girl.
I don't think that's appropriate either.
I don't think it is. But I see it all the time.
But then we don't have little girls, so I don't.
But if I had a little girl, I definitely wouldn't.
You would not,
post no picture of her topless.
Yeah. But I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's kind of like weird. And that's how people, but then like somebody will post it and somebody gonna be like, why you posting why you got her chest out? Why you got her breast out? Like, yeah, and it's innocent, but people don't think nothing of it. But then other people,
everything you're doing.
Then you have a predator somewhere, a whole
nutcase. Download that picture, save it to a file.
Exactly.
Looking at it every
That's
day.
why I say you gotta be mindful of what you put out there with your kids. And then yourself too in general, like people be out here,
That's a fact.
Out here just doing stuff.
That's a fact.
Yeah, got the butt cheeks and shit, just out here. But hey.
How you feel about that?
About showing the butt cheeks?
Yeah.
I want to show my butt cheeks. I'm a whole married woman. Like with thongs on and stuff.
Married women show their butt cheeks.
They do.
And
Is that husband okay with it?
Twerking and stuff.
It's got to be, yeah.
How you feel about that?
I just think you have to do everything you have to be tasteful with some stuff. And I just think now a lot of times people don't care. Like, and I wasn't raised like to where you put all that out there. Like, I'm not going, you have to have, being a woman, I think like we have to have a sense of modesty. And sometimes we don't have modesty a lot of times because it's just how social media is and how the world is now. But I wouldn't just see myself just of being a woman. I don't want to like flaunt my stuff out there like that, for people. Some women like that, and I know like, hey, you have to be, what's the word? Like, comfortable with your body and, you know, and be happy in your own body, which is good. Like, that's that's awesome. But then, like, you ain't got to be doing all that for everybody to see. Like, so, okay, you got a bomb body. Okay, girl, do your thing. But you don't have to be all out here, like, in people's face, you know, flaunting it around. Like, be happy with yourself and just know, like, for yourself that you good. You don't have to be all out here, you know, dropping it in, you know. But, hey. Yeah. But then they twerk for exercise, so.
They do what?
It's like twerking classes. They do exercise and stuff with twerking. All that. Yeah.
So you twerk exercise on camera?
Not on camera, but I do a little exercise. Ain't nothing wrong with some exercise twerking. No, but I wouldn't do no yeah, I just wouldn't. I don't know, I just feel like, I don't know, I just have a sense of modesty. Just me personally, I wouldn't be. And then you got some girls be like, why is she doing all that? Like, people will look at you like sideways, what you doing that.
People gonna always talk.
Yeah.
Always.
Can't please everybody. Everybody has their own opinion about stuff.
I guess if the husband don't mind, then.
Yeah, and if their husband good with it, some people just don't. You be upset, wouldn't you, baby? Well, why you put all that out there? I'll be out there with a thong on, take a picture like this with my butt on the camera.
Picture that. That's what we doing now?
Right.
That's what we doing?
Shut everything down. Mm-hmm. That's funny. What you about to say?
I'm not saying nothing.
I'm sleepy.
I'm sleepy too.
God, it's just been a long day.
So let me move on to my question. Like you said, you want to keep this short and sweet today.
We always say that, and we be on here for 10 hours.
But I was talking to a friend, I think it was last week, whatever, and he had a family member who had his wife passed away. And I think it was his wife, or was it his girlfriend? Well, in my story, I'm gonna say wife. I think it was his wife.
In my story. And
they had a small child.
Oh.
But probably 2 months after, I think it was 2 months after she passed away, he was like online on social media, like getting at chicks. Like, he was just out there. So it just made me think, like, what's the right amount of time after somebody passed away, your spouse passed away, should you get back in the streets, get back in the game, and start looking back for love again?
I don't think you can put a time on that.
You can't?
But I would say you can't be too early. I'm going to say you have to be careful, though. You can't be too early with that. Because I know people, and I think we talked about this before, in certain situations where their spouse deceased, and then you're like, wait, a little bit after that, like, they have their relationship. So I think some people do it as far as, like, that's their healing process. Like, they can't be alone. They have to be with somebody. And that's how they're healing, which I think is probably not the healthiest way to heal, because, like, you're jumping into something so fast, and, like, you're not actually dating for the right reasons. Like, you're not trying to find a mate. You're just trying to find somebody so you won't be alone, to kind of fill that void in. You see what I'm saying? So it's
some people are relationship people, so they just
and they can't be by themselves, right? But it's like you have to. I think you just got to get, like, it's got to be a healing process too. Okay. I don't think there's like an actual like time stamp. Oh, like you have to wait a year, and then after a year you have to like that. But I think that they need to go through like an actual process of where they're healing and they're okay and they're actually able to date again. Because if you jump into a relationship with somebody after your spouse, you know, is deceased, and it's like, how do you know like you're ready? Like, are you know, like those feelings and stuff, I don't think it's ever gonna go away. But it's like, when do you know that you're ready? Like, you know. Mm-hmm. And then with a kid being involved, that's super tough. Right. And I remember, like, I know someone, their spouse had deceased, and it was talks like, God, they waited fast, and they had got married probably like 2 years or so, not even after that, and they had a child as well. And it's like, dang, like, you, like, that was fast for you to get married that quick. But then you have to think about, I mean, they're like, maybe they were okay, like maybe they healed, or, you know, maybe they were fine with it, like, you know, they're still married to that person, you know, to this day. So, but it's just one of those. That's like a touchy subject.
How long you think you would wait after I die?
Boy, bye. You ain't going nowhere, so I don't have to worry about that.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. And I'm one of them people, I would not get married again. I'd be like my granny. My granny, after my grandfather passed away, that thing did not date nobody. She did not get married. That would be me. I can't do that. You'll find somebody.
So you just gonna knock
in
boots?
2 days you done.
You just gonna knock
2
boots?
days you be ready to go.
No commitment. That's what you gonna do?
Ain't knocking no boots or nothing. I stick to myself. There would never be another Lamont Thompson out here.
That's a fact. That's a
fact, Jack.
But yeah, I think it depends on the length of time maybe that you was married.
I think you would date again. I know you would. I know you would.
I wouldn't.
You would date again.
I wouldn't.
I know you would.
I wouldn't get married to nobody else.
You don't. You can't say that.
I wouldn't. I really wouldn't. I wouldn't get married to nobody else.
I know I would not.
Cause it's kind of like even when we were younger, and I remember when like we were dating for like 5 or 6 years, and then we broke up. I'm like, I'm not messing with nobody else. I just had like a pack. I'm just gonna be a single dude, cause it's too much. You know, getting to know that person, getting to know that person's family, and it's like I got you all figured out. I don't want to have to figure somebody else out again.
I got me all figured out. Like,
I just can't. I can't go through that. It's a long process.
It's a lot.
And then you think about it, even the fact you having kids too. It's like
you got to think about your children too. Like, are you ready to introduce them to somebody?
Or
yeah.
This is your stepmom. Or this is man. I really wouldn't. Man. But I think it really does depend on the situation and how long you've actually been with somebody. Because even in this situation, I think they were together for like a little over a year. So I can see maybe. So
does that? I mean, like if you were with somebody like for a long time, like if you married somebody for like 20 years, and then like 30 years, and then all of a sudden something happens, and
it has to be like a mourning process.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got to heal from that.
It's gonna take time.
Cause that's your heart. That's your soul part. Like like that's your heart. That's your heart. What I'm saying? Like that's not like a different. That's like your heart, your soul, you know what I'm saying? All that, like your intimacy part, all that stuff plays a fact with like the person that you are like married to. That's a lot. You know? Yeah. So you think about like. That's why, like, so, I see some people like they lose their spouse. I'm like, God, like, your heart aches for them because it's like that's your partner, And for something that's it's tough. So you gotta kind of like you gotta get yourself together first. Get your heart together.
Get your heart together. Get your family together.
Yeah. And
then if it happens later on, then let it happen. Yeah. But because you know what
just
happens.
Don't go out looking for it. He out here trying to shoot his shot. Like don't be out here looking for it.
You gonna have friends. Let me introduce you to this person.
Let me introduce. Yeah.
Because they gonna see you sad. They gonna see you down. You can't be sitting around all sad.
Moping. They want you to live your life.
Right. So you know that what happened.
Right. Yeah. Go start dating again, or but you gotta
make sure you heal first, though. I mean, some people heal faster than others.
Yeah.
But definitely gotta make sure you heal before you jump into something else. Come on, baby. So you want to do the skin deep?
You gonna answer the question?
You gonna answer? You had trouble last time. But you gonna answer?
The foolery. I'm gonna get a couple.
2 apiece.
I think I want to eat me some guacamole with some chips. That sounds good, don't it?
I can't just eat guacamole by itself.
With some chips.
That ain't enough.
That is enough. That's
guacamole is just like an ingredient that goes in like burrito with your beans and
you can eat it like as an appetizer with chips.
I can't.
Like you do chips and dip, like chips and salsa or chips and queso.
Just the taste of it, but I can't do it.
You want some queso, some nachos? That sounds good too.
I'm alright. I still got my taco in there. Eat my taco.
Oh, that's right. We had Taco Tuesdays.
Taco Tuesdays.
We doing that now. Thompson tradition. Taco Tuesdays. And sit outside with the children.
On these nice evenings.
It's beautiful. It's some beautiful days, and we just stuck in the house with due to COVID. But It's been some beautiful days outside. You gotta take advantage of it.
Get back in these streets. Ready for some football, man.
ATL be popping too, so I don't know what's gonna be happening.
And some youth sports.
I know the kids. Oh my God, I know they haven't even been able to play their sports like that. They've been, on video games more than normal. Trying to keep trice in order. Ooh, it's a whole lot.
I had to make him take a nap today.
No, you did not let my baby take no nap today.
Because he was cutting up.
No.
He is always the main one starting
not my
stuff.
baby. He is not. They pick on my baby.
No, he be picking on them.
They be picking on my baby.
Because I'm watching him on the camera. He just hitting on Titus. He crawling on Titus. Kicking him with his feet.
He wants some attention because Tata not paying him any attention.
No,
you know he love attention.
They do be paying him attention. They do.
I cannot
but
believe
I gave him a warning.
What you say?
I said, look, I see you on the camera. I said, you're not being nice. I see you hitting Titus. I see you kicking Titus. I said, if you keep being bad, I'm going to have to separate you and make you take a nap.
What he do like this? Put his little face in it.
His eyes big.
That little on the eyes. Mm-hmm.
So he went back, probably played maybe like an hour and a half. Look back on the camera. I could hear him yelling. Look back on the camera. There he go again, kicking. And then, because I had the volume up so I could hear. I said, Trice, come here. He said, okay. Then he said, I'm in trouble. He told Ty, he said, I'm in trouble. He already knew what time it was.
That thing right there. That's my baby, though.
I said, I gave you a warning. I said, you being bad again. Go take a nap.
He go to his room.
Right in his bed.
Went to sleep in like 2 seconds, though, didn't he?
I don't know.
You ain't go check on him?
No, check on him. I had work to do. Being a distraction.
My sweet baby. He gonna tell me about it later.
All right, I think you gotta ask me first or something, baby.
I do? Okay. When am I your hero?
When are you my hero? You're my hero when...
I cannot stand when you be talking like that. You know what you getting about?
Like what? That's how I talk.
We don't talk like that. We be trying to talk all proper.
No, because it's always proper to repeat the question so that people can have a good understanding
of what the question was. Oh, okay.
Exactly. So it's just proper etiquette to repeat the question. That's only what I do.
Oh, okay.
But you're my hero when you act the complete opposite of how you're acting right now. You're my hero when I think we just talked before. Of course, we talk about a lot of stuff over 18 podcast episodes. But we talk about, like each household having, like a particular, everybody has their own particular role. And so when you come through and you do like what is expected, because I think it almost feels like sometimes you have to pick up, you don't want to have to pick up the slack. Like if something isn't done and you have to step outside of your usual routine
to help out with
the extra. And so like when it's 4:55, you're on the way home and you say, baby, can you cook? I'm like, you're not my hero then. Because you're asking me to do something last minute.
I cannot ask you last minute. I can't ask you last minute to cook.
So when you have your responsibilities taken care of as you should, that's when you're my hero. Because you saved the day. I make that face. My goat?
Here I go.
How do you know when I'm really smiling? How do you know when I'm really smiling?
What? I know when you're really smiling when. That's what I'm supposed to say.
You're learning.
Wait, hush. I don't really. It's a weird question. I don't know, but
Another question.
But you.
It is a weird question.
No, but I know you're smiling when.
Because I don't
when
smile
you're
that often.
You don't. When you're genuinely happy, but what a lot of people don't know about you is like you a whole like you a comedian. You a comedian on the low. Like
not
you
a comedian.
No, you're really like funny.
Not funny.
And I don't think yes you are, but people don't know. Like you really are a goofball.
Sarcastic.
But you're a straight goofball. And I don't think people understand, like, no. And it'd be like a level of petty that's like hilarious. You're so funny. So
think what that petty stuff again.
You be petty boost. But I don't know, I guess like whenever you like I know like when you're generally happy is when you're smiling, like when you're being silly. That would be my answer, because that's kind of a weird question.
Okay.
I don't understand. I don't really understand. That's weird, ain't it?
Yeah.
When you have a smile on your face, I can see your teeth. Do like this, smile. And he doesn't never smile in pictures. You just thought it kind of helping out a little bit with pictures. He be having a stone face. But you said because you
my
like
lips are big.
People approach you. My lips are big, and so what? I'm always smiling and laughing.
My lips don't curve that way. It don't have the proper curve to show my teeth.
But I always be smiling.
That's because you have a big mouth.
Your mouth big.
No, it's not.
Your mouth is big. So what?
Can you answer my question?
Okay.
Okay.
What part of our relationship do we take for granted and why?
Didn't we ask that already?
I don't remember this question.
What part do we take for granted?
What part of our relationship do we take for granted and why? What?
Trying to think, is there anything we take for granted?
That got you stuck down at Thompson. Ooh, talking.
Because I'm not the type of person to take anything for granted. I understand people can be taken for granted for sometimes, but in our relationship, is there anything we take for granted?
It's hard because we really do appreciate each other, and I know that we know like we say that to each other too. So that is a hard question. You want another question?
Dang.
You want
No.
another question? Yes, you do.
Like, take for granted is just like the. It's like the.
Well, it says what part of our relationship do we take for granted? So what?
Because we don't take anything for granted. Because that means like you think less of it, you know, or you don't really think about it as much. And I don't know if we take it for granted. I don't like that question, man.
You don't like that question? What was you about to say? You about to say something? Let me ask you another question.
Because we don't take it for granted. It's something that we don't have to think about. But it's like I'm grateful for the fact that like we have a good relationship like with our in-laws. And like
I see what you're saying.
It's something that we don't even have to really think about, but in some relationships it's tough. You know,
I see that's a good
that dynamic that you have like with in-laws. It can be tough when husband may not get along with his mother-in-law or father-in-law or vice versa from the wife's standpoint. And it's one thing that has kind of always been pretty easy for us coming up. And I always think about like holidays and stuff. It's always been easy for us because our parents stay 2-3 miles
right down the road from each other.
Apart from each other. But I talk to other co-workers, they be like, well, we got to go to my mother-in-law's house this Christmas, and then Thanksgiving we're going to go to my parents' house because they live in 2 different states. So it's like, that's something that I think we're blessed to not have to
I agree with it.
deal with that kind of stuff. Not that we take it for granted, but it's just like, it's great to know that we kind of
try to. It's an easy balance to kind of pull the time, like because we know that we have to see them and go. Yeah, so it's like it does make it easier on us and the kids too to try to.
Because even being 3 miles apart, both grandparents want to see.
Yeah,
kids.
So one of them will come down there. They go to we.
Yeah. So
we'll be over
we stayed
here.
there last time, so let's stay over here this time.
Yeah. So we go back and forth.
So
my mama gonna cook a whole dinner. So then my mama cook dinner. Whatever day we get there, whatever the first day is, it don't matter what day, what time. She is gonna cook us dinner. I think one time we got there like super late. You remember that? It was like real late one night. She still made dinner. Like she just every single time. Like our first day we get there, my mama's gonna have us dinner. And she gonna tell me to call her when we get to like New Hope so she can fry the hush puppies.
Drop the hush puppies.
Yep. Every time it's not gonna fail. So and your parents will be right over there eating dinner, or if they got something going on, and we'll just see them either that night or the next day. So but
to go place.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's good. See, baby, just had to think about it.
Yep.
What's that one? You got another crazy question. Oh.
Maybe something. What am I always carrying that I should let go of? What am I always carrying that I should let go of?
Huh. Let me think about that thing. That's real deep, ain't it? What are you always carrying that you should let go of? I'll hush you on raggedy self. You so raggedy. I think. Well, I don't know. I think you already let go of it, but I think sometimes. Why are you doing that? Will you quit?
The Jeopardy music. That's the same as I'm a Little Teapot. They stole that.
It ain't the same thing. Where you get that from?
Pour me out. That's the same beat. Did Jeopardy steal that?
Yes.
Did they steal it?
Yes. Where you get that from?
I just heard the melody.
So you just have me stop because you think about Jeopardy and I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Here is my handle. Here is my spout. When I get up stand up, something then I shout. Tip me over. That little part there. Tip me over and pour me out. At the end, it goes. Dun, 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 dun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Learn something new every day, don't you? Mm-hmm. They took that from the Little Teapot thing.
They should be getting royalties then. Mm-hmm. That's a lot of money. Whoever made that song, I'm a Little Teapot, they can sue Jeopardy.
Whatever. That's been around for a long time.
All the episodes has been airing. That's a lot of money.
That's been a nursery rhyme for like
ages.
Mm-hmm. Way back in the day.
Mm-hmm. What were you saying? What do I need to stop carrying?
You done made me forgot. Talking about the Jeopardy thing. Oh. Well, I think you already let go of it, but I think a lot of times, like just being a man in the household, like you feel like you have a lot on your shoulders a lot of time. I think we had this conversation like a while back where you feel like you had a lot on you, like supporting the family and all that, and not to get so, I guess, stressed out knowing that I have your back. You know what I'm saying? Like I have your back, like whatever. So I think you let it go, but I think that was something that you were carrying on you for like a long time. And I don't
always be on me then.
No. But you gotta, I guess just being a man, being the head of the household, like I get it, but kind of just not having so much feeling like as far as stress, because like every time, like if something happens, you know, like I know, like you get like, oh my God, you get blown, like, oh God, here goes something else. But not to just, be so hard on yourself a lot of times, because you're like, you're awesome. So I don't think you should be so hard with the situation. Just kind of like ease up a little bit on yourself, because sometimes we just can't, it's stuff that we can't control. We have no control over it. Right. So that's what I think as far as just being, transparent, because you do good like with everything, like, you're supportive, you're trustworthy, you hold us down, so you do good for the boys, role model. So just not to be, put it so, like, make it so heavy on yourself, on your shoulders, put so much on your shoulders, because you do good.
Okay.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
To answer the question.
I suppose. Yeah. Cool business.
Yeah.
Right, so we good to go?
We good to go?
Good to go.
I hear your children.
Yeah, probably coming downstairs.
Yep.
Probably hungry. Want to eat up some more food.
They better eat them.
Eat us away.
Food out. Eat us out of house and home. I don't get it. Lord have mercy. Now you said chunks of the appetite picking up. I just don't know.
I don't call them crumb snatchers for nothing.
You sure don't.
Well, we hope you guys have enjoyed this podcast, episode number 19.
Number 19.
Keeping the Knot Tied podcast.
And 20 coming up. 20 coming up.
Be sure to watch us. Again, now we're on iHeartRadio.
Yeah, check
Picked
us out.
up a new platform. So we're on iHeartRadio.
Check us out.
We're on Google Podcasts.
Check us out.
Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. So you
us
have
out.
5 ways of watching us. I need to figure out how people are watching us, like the number of plays, because the only thing you can see is YouTube. So I see how many people watching on YouTube. It does tell me like when somebody downloads it, but it doesn't necessarily tell me like when somebody streams it.
I should not watch it.
It actually says that Apple Podcasts.
They should make some. I think make us some. What's the word? Can we tell like to make comments? Like you can tell when they make comment, or just say like, "Hey, watched it" or like it or something.
I don't know. You can't tell.
You can't tell on it.
But think about it. If you listen
Oh yeah,
to
you
Spotify,
can't. When you listen to
can't.
Spotify, you can't.
You
But
can't
sometimes, like if I hear something, I hit the little thumbs up on Spotify.
Oh really?
I do when it's like, well, on the music part. I don't know about the podcast. On music, if it's like a good old jam,
Get
I
thumbs
get the
up.
thumbs up. Yes. I be wanting to hear that to come through again.
I've never seen that feature.
Yeah. Let me. This so random, but look.
I guess because I listen to
You listen to
playlists.
podcasts, but you know I be. But yeah, when the song play though.
But if you listen to a playlist, it's gonna automatically show up on the playlist. And I create my own playlist too. So I don't
you
listen
put
to
it's a heart. It's not a thumbs up. It's a heart. See right here. If you like it. I thought it was a thumbs up. Is like because sometimes I listen to Google Music and stuff too, like on Sundays or something. And you know I think I'm from Jamaica sometimes, so I listen to some little reggae or Afro
all the
beats and
time.
stuff.
You create a playlist too. I saw something that said dance hall or something.
Oh yeah, I get it in. That's about a little workout music right there now. Workout on my cooking music.
Once a week.
I swear I'm from like whatever. Don't be hating. I swear I'm like from Jamaica at least one time a week. I do, but I have to.
You look like you could be from Jamaica.
Okay, next.
Miss Cleo.
Let's go ahead.
Cleo,
Okay.
tell you what your future is.
Okay, let's go ahead and finish this up, Batman.
Oh, we're at the
But yeah,
end.
but that's
So
the
again,
heart, the little heart thing. But yeah, can they click the heart on the podcast?
That ain't gonna tell me nothing regarding our views.
Oh, I
But what
guess.
it does tell me that Apple Podcast
Get it out.
is I guess our highest platform.
If I touch this.
I think like
You can do it on this too.
80-something% of our streams come from Apple Podcasts. But yeah, so let us know where you're watching.
Do it on there.
And I gotta find a way to get the numbers for
The download.
what everybody is
Womp womp.
watching us on what platform. But we thank you for watching. We appreciate all the support as always.
Thanks everybody.
Continue to comment, subscribe.
Yes, give us some more suggestions, some more questions, and all that good stuff. And thanks for the feedback. I took my kids to get some Kona ice the other day. It was super scary. They ain't been in a car in ever, and it was like, Mom, like it's weird. Mommy don't call me Mom. Mommy. It was like it's weird to be in a car. But with that little mask and stuff, I'm not playing no games. But one of the parents there, she watches our podcast, and she was telling the other parents like, hey, you guys need to check out, Sharon Husband's podcast is awesome, just to kind of get some feedback. So thank you. And I think another mom there said that she watched it as well. So just thank everybody for just the support and everything. We're just we getting
it all matters. No matter how little, it all matters.
So
it all counts.
y'all.
So we get new people that kind of join every single day.
Yeah.
So we appreciate all the followers and comments on Facebook and stuff. So we definitely appreciate you guys. So we'll see you guys next time for episode number 20.
That's a milestone, Thompson. 20 your milestone.
20.
Hey, that's a milestone.
So we'll see you guys next week.
Peace.
Keep the knot tied.